go. Good morning, everybody. This is Jeremiah JMan with JMan Speaks. Welcome to 18 Friday, broadcasting from our global headquarters here in Rochester, New York. Let me get the overlay. I was checking out so many other things before the broadcast started. I guess this is a good teachable moment. I have, those wraparound boxes, and we've talked about this in other videos, but in case you missed it, I create those boxes in Canva, and on the Mac, I just open it up in Preview, and I cut out the little section where I want my camera feed to be. So it is a great way for you to just add an additional branding to your broadcast if you're going to edit your live videos after the fact, or if you're using a program like Ecamm that I'm using, or vMix, or something that allows you to do what are called overlays, which are really, it's a fancy word for a photo frame. That's all it is, right? Watch. I'm going to put it on. Pow! Boom! See? Got that. Oh, shoot. All branding. You can add why is my name so small? Let me change this. Okay. So we are here with 18 Friday. Today we're going to talk about, if you haven't noticed, what we do is seller tips one week, buyer tips another week. Then we do video and or social media, usually video, then social media. But we've also been mixing in there Fire Friday, which is fabulous international real estate. Our next one's going to be Hawaii. It was supposed to be today. Unfortunately, they're 6 hours behind us. So it's going to be in 2 weeks, but it'll be at noontime. It'll be a special broadcast so that they're not waking up at 3 or staying up till 3 to do the broadcast with us. So quick shout out to my people that are watching today. Let's see. We got Anita Bryan. She said good morning first, so she gets it. We got my real estate auntie, Sylvia Jones. Great to see you on today from Ontario, New York. We got Anita Bryan in Cortland, Ithaca area. Ithaca is gorgeous. I have a sister-in-law that graduated from Ithaca College. Letitia Eddings is, Letitia is it Chicago? I'm sorry, or Atlanta. It's one of those really cool places. I keep forgetting. We got Heather Frank from New Jersey. Good morning. We got Rachel. So dope. Yo, I saw Rachel this week when I was in New York. Thank you, Rachel, for tuning in. And definitely trying to wake up, Letitia says. All right, so when it comes to video, I'm going to start with just basic equipment needs. Very basic, right? Because people sometimes see my setup and go, Jay, you got all the fancy stuff. Yo, man, some days it's just a grassroots effort. I'm just keeping it basic because when I'm on the road and I'm doing just, social media videos, that kind of stuff for my listings or real estate related, I just have my cell phone, right? As long as you have a smartphone, that's your number one thing that you need. Chris is in the building too. Chris, what's up, man? From Montana, my Montana people, we love you. But start with your smartphone. If you don't have at least a double-digit smartphone, and what I mean is like a Samsung S10 or better, or an iPhone X or better. I think you iPhone lovers can just post it in the comments. What are you on now? 12, 13? I think if you have 12, they're probably going to release 13 in another week, and as soon as you get 13, 14 will be coming out. But I always have some kind of microphone that I can use with my mobile device. Always. If it's not my AirPods or some kind of wireless earbud that has a microphone built in, because at least that noise canceling option will make it better than nothing. What I do have, because sometimes, my AirPods aren't charged or they're not charged. Really, that's my problem most of the time. They're not charged fully, or they'll die in the middle of me using them. So I have a hardwired, you can see it here, hardwired lapel microphone. Let me hold this properly. But this bottom part plugs into my phone, right? And you can see there's three lines there. For those of you that still have the headphone attachment, it goes in through your headphone attachment, and the phone will recognize it as a microphone. Okay, and then that just goes on the lapel. On the lapel. I then also have this little selfie ring light. Okay, because if you're in an area that doesn't have really great light, this clips right onto your phone. Boom, boom. I got my selfie light. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm here at this. All right. You get the idea. You got your light. You got your audio. You got your video quality. When you're talking about live streaming, I do prefer live streaming over anything else. However, I do understand that some of you live in areas where the internet may not be that great in certain locations. Test the internet first. If it's not great, your speed's not great, you feel like you might have some buffering issues, your video might be pixelated, it might pause, that's going to ruin your flow. When you talk about live video, it's all about the flow. Same thing with pre-recorded video. So what I would say is record the video and then post it. You can premiere videos on YouTube as well as Facebook. So when they premiere, it lets it's the closest thing to, we'll call it simulive, right? It's pre-recorded, but you premiere it so it alerts all of your followers. Facebook alerts all of your followers that you're premiering a video, just like a movie premiere, just like a video premiere. Feel free as I talk to just post whatever you want in the comments as far as video is concerned, what questions you might have, or how do you want to make it better. You're all at different stages in your video journey, and so I am here to help. My thought is we'll talk about Facebook. We're definitely going to talk about Instagram. I think I'll talk about Instagram first because there's so many different ways to do video on Instagram, right? When I talk about video, you have video in your stories because every time you post a 15-second little clip, that's video, right? That's video content. It's probably a great place to start. But then you also have IG Reels, which is blowing up lately, okay? We'll give you some tips and tricks for that. And then you have IGTV, Instagram television, which for me, I don't get the best engagement, but that's for longer form video. Like if you have something, I believe it's up to 60 minutes now, you can post on there. They're trying to be like a YouTube type competitor. It just really hasn't taken hold. Okay. So I don't see any questions. So I'm going to just start going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay, here's DJ Airhorn. Wake up on the wake up. Okay, let me see. I'm going to have to put my microphone in the holder, I think. Give me 1 second. While I put it in, let's see what I'm going to give you to listen to. Hold on, here we go.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Isn't that a great song? Royalty free. That's called Weather Any Storm by Cody Francis. I use a service that I subscribe to called Epidemic Sounds. epidemicsounds.com. I'll post it in the comments when I'm done. But that's where I get all of this music is royalty free, right? Thank you, Letitia. She said, I love that song. It's so like relaxing and soothing. You feel like you're watching the sunrise with with your cup of coffee. I like to use that on countdowns. And, depending on my mood, sometimes I have like some really aggressive type stuff. Where is it? Like this one. This is called Go Hard or Go Home. While I'm setting up the other stuff.
Go hard, or go home, go home. Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home, go hard.
Okay. Go hard or go home. Shoot, it's like my theme song, right? Go hard or go home. All right, I'm going to transfer you over to this screen over here. Let's make sure this works. That didn't work. There we go. This worked. Then I'm going to take away the overlay. Watch this. Kablowie. And I might even just take my name away. You guys know my name by now, right? Okay. See you later. Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure of something first. So in the comments, post if you've done anything on Instagram Reels yet. Instagram Reels, if you've posted on there, and what have your results been so far? As I get my screen back up, go into the IG. And that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start right into Instagram Reels. Hold on. See the plus sign for me at the top? I'm going to go plus sign like that. Okay. You can't hear that because I'm not sharing my sound over there, but let's see what I'm going to do. Reels. Yeah, I'm going to do the Reels. And then if you don't have the selection of music that I have, then what I found out is that number one, if you have a personal account, you're going to want to convert that to a business, and as a business, make it a creator account. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go music first. Let's see what I'm going to do. Summer Love. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm going to do that. All right, so I choose the music first because the music is my inspiration. Sometimes I will, if I have something like, let's say a song's on the radio and you're like vibing out to that song, you're like, oh, I love this, and you're singing, you record that, okay? But don't use the music that's from the radio. You would then go into Instagram Reels, find that same song, and have that song on in the background. If you guys saw, like I did a Reels with Marky Lemon's Route, where we were in Vegas or something, but it was a Biggie song, right? And it was from TikTok, but I then brought it into Reels and then used the music from Reels because they're pushing that out. They're pushing that out. Because a lot of what I do is guess and check. Because when stuff is new, I'll post something without any music, and then I'll post something similar with music. And because it has their music, I feel like they're pushing it more. That being said, I did have a trailer to my OPP parody had like 12,000 views this week, so that proved my theory wrong. Hold on. I guess if I wait too long, it makes my phone go to sleep. Go to sleep, little baby. Okay. So I got my music. Next, I'm going to go 15 seconds or 30 seconds. I'll go 15. This is just for demonstration purposes, but I'm going to post it anyways because who cares? And that's the kind of attitude you have to have. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Nobody likes it? Who cares? Did you have fun doing it? Then it's a win. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do. I don't do any filters or anything like that. What? Okay, so I set the timer so that it gives me a countdown before it's going to start, but then it also makes it hands-free. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a phone holder that I have. Give me 1 second. Are you ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's do this. Woo! Let me just turn that down for a second. Next. I'm going to post this bad boy. You'll see. I can't stop. That's what I'm going to say. That's it. I can't stop. And you shouldn't either. It's Friday, which means the hustle continues. Now, if you guys go to my Instagram at JMan Speaks, you'll be able to like, comment, and share on this. But I'm about to hit the post on it. Hold on. Hustle continues. Okay. You want to come in here and also it's asking me also share it to the feed. Yes, because that's gonna help. Crop profile image. Yeah. Doesn't really have the cover. You want to hit that because it's not a good. Yo, somehow I made it upside down. So that's what I'm gonna do. Find like a good frame. Because all of this is your thumbnail for when people are looking through your feed. They're going to go, what in the hell's going on there? And so I want to, really doesn't matter. That's going to be it. Yo, watch this. Share. I'm going to tag. Here, I'm going to tag myself. Put your Instagram in there. I'm about to tag you. You're a part of this. Letitia. Let me see what you got. Letitia. Got you. Tag another person. Rachel, you in there? Rachel, can't find you, girl. Let's see what we got. Sylvia's in there. I'm going to tag Sylvia. Sylvia sells homes. Okay, we got your North Shore. That I knew you were on there. There we go. Carrie Joe Little. We gonna put Carrie in the mix. Carrie, we're just doing a live reel. So I appreciate you, girl. Make sure to tune in for Carrie's Coffee with Carrie, which will be at 9 o'clock Central Time on Instagram. Let's see who else. Anita, what about you? Are you on Instagram? Yep, Anita Bryan, associate broker. Got you. Okay. Check mark that, and I'm going to share. Okay. That's that for right now. We're going to come back to it in a second. Let me go back to the single overlay. Boom. But you see how easy that was? I kind of did it fast, but you could always go back and watch the playback. That's how we would do step by step. Now, just kind of a general rule of thumb when it comes to tagging people in videos. Like, you guys were here with me, and so I asked your permission if it was okay. I would never, somebody this morning and yesterday, one on Facebook, one on Instagram, like, this dude had a new listing, tagged me and 98 other people. Like, bro, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like spamming without permission. Yeah, it's a nay-nay. Okay? So you see what I did, and let me just give you all a shout out. What questions do we have about this? Very little, but tons of views. Here, I'm going to go over here and show you what the results look like. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Don't worry about, hey, we got Jeff finally made it on. Getting the notifications. Going to look now. BRB. LOL, I hate Leticia, why do you hate it? Tell me why you hate it. Here, I'm going to go to my third screen over here. Let's see if this works. Yep. Folks can tag me, but I have to approve it, period. Yeah. Do you have to approve it on Instagram, though? Facebook, I get the approval notifications, but do you have that ability to do it on the IG? I get notifications when I'm tagged, and I can untag myself. But here, I'll show you guys again. Here we have, if I go to the Reels section, okay, they're not always club bangers, but look at this one, the OPP parody, which was my own, 12,500. Where's it at? Oh, there we go.
Always for other peers with peeps to smiling dimples. The last beat, well, just keep.
Okay, that was a 30-second video. And I didn't do anything else. You see, like, I I used some hashtags, OPP, Naughty by Nature, Real Estate Funny, Parody, and that was it. I tagged a couple people, the guy who produced it and the guy who did the video for me, and then Billy and B-Town, who was we collaborated with on that. That's it. Sometimes it's hit or miss, right? This one I can't remember what song this is. 2100. Let's see. Oh, Puerto Rico. This one was a bonfire that we had on 4th of July. That's a bonfire right there. Okay, this was a broadcast that we did with our son. So it's. I would love to tell you there's a science to it. Is there? Do some things work better than others? Yes, but the moral of the story is consistency, and I don't want you to get caught up in the fact that nobody's. Hold on, I didn't even have an overlay. 1 second. Yo te quiero. Got to go to this camera here. Boom, boom. All right. Make this a circle. Okay. Certain things I like a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So there's no real rhyme or reason. Just keep on doing it. I will say that the reels are getting way more engagement, in my opinion, on my channel, and it varies for everybody. Than like the feed posts. If I have something on my feed that could be a 60-second video, like I say it's 60 seconds, I might say, okay, damn, how can I cut this down to 30 and make it a reel? Because I know it's going to perform better, right? But if you come over here to IGTV, there's a way, you may not know this, you can upload right here on your computer, on your desktop, to IGTV. If you're not using the Creator Studio, which is where Facebook is trying to push everybody to do their videos now and edit their videos and stuff, you can do it right here in, you go to instagram.com/your-account, sign in that way. And if I wanted to upload an IGTV video, I'd come in here. Now you can do, this is initially when this dropped. And be quite honest, man, if this wasn't tied into Instagram, this would have flopped a long time ago. But it is, and it didn't. So you see, it used to be only vertical video. And because they were trying to get content creators who were creating a lot of content for YouTube to create content for IGTV exclusively. That didn't work because it's hard enough for me to create really good content. If I'm going to take that content and then shoot it vertically and shoot it horizontally, it's just not gonna happen. I could shoot it horizontally and then do what you saw earlier with that vertical fill. It just doesn't look as great, but it's a workaround without having to reshoot the material using the same content. But if I want to, you see here is number one, look at between 1 and 60 minutes, landscape or portrait in MP4 file in less than 3.6 gigs. I know that there's something that I'm going to be posting from a live stream I did on Tuesday with Jeff Stanton. I'm going to post this to the IGTV, but it's a 50-minute video, 1080p quality. The file itself is over 4 gigs. So I'm going to actually have to save it in a smaller file size, downgrade the quality to like a 720p, which is lower resolution, which will make the file size smaller, so I can add it to HGTV. I can still, I said HGTV. IGTV, folks. But I can still do it without a problem. You can watch it that way, or you can rotate your phone and it'll go full screen. Technical question. Let's see what we got here from Rachel. So dope. She says, "How are you sharing your music through the live stream?" So that's a program that I have called Ecamm, but you can do it. Jeff, do you want to post loopback in the comments for me? You can use a program called Loopback where it will play your computer audio and your microphone audio through one microphone. The microphone is Loopback. I use something called Black Hole. It's free. It does the same thing because I have my mic coming in. I have the video. When I play videos, I have that audio coming in. I have sound effect audio. I have system audio, which is my computer's audio coming in. And then if I have a guest, that's interview audio as well. And I can mute those independently in the program. But if you get something like loopback, or you should be able to share your sound if you're just going live on Facebook. But if you're on a zooming to Facebook, then you would share your audio, right? Make sure you can share just your audio only. But let me just show you. We're going to do this. Again, this is for demonstration purposes only. I'm going to find a video. Here's video blocks. Okay, it's a small file, shouldn't take much time. But this is so important to do a cover your thumbnail for it as well. So let me just see. You're gonna want something that's 9:16 instead of 16:9. So this is 9:16. I think it is. Let me just see. Yeah, because I made this for IGTV when I did some. Put in your details. Put in your description. Okay, your links will work on IGTV where they will not work on your Instagram feed or Reels. Post a preview, you're going to want to check that so that it appears on your profile and your feed. And now this is one of the recent updates that they did. It auto generates captions for you. Okay, I'm going to check that because why did my video load up? Why are you messing with me? Here, I'll go here. Copy of a copy. Let's see what that is. See if that uploads. Okay, then it auto generates that. It's going to give you the requirements down there. That's basically it. Oh, your video doesn't meet. It must be between 1 and 60 minutes long because my video was only 15 seconds that I posted there. So if it doesn't meet the requirements, it will tell you. But I would be reposting. If you do a live stream on Facebook, 16:9, horizontal, you take that, you download it, you then upload it to your IGTV, and you upload it to your YouTube channel. Okay, you'll see what this broadcast that I'm doing today. If you follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/JManSpeaks, I will post this later today. The broadcast that I did with Jeffrey earlier in the week, I just posted that yesterday because I was traveling and it was taking forever for things to load because it was a huge file. There we go. Loop back, looping it back. All right, so that's IGTV. We have IG Reels. And then why don't I'm going to come back over here and we're going to do story time again. I'm going to switch screens. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Start sharing my screen again. Okay, that's still posting. But this time, instead of story or Reels, I'm going to go story. Right now, if you're in the car, you also have the hands-free option here. See that? I'm going to go hands-free. I'm going to do something. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Jeremiah's JMan Monero with JMan Speaks. We are doing this live while doing it live. Look at this. Oh, shoot. Behind the scenes action that you have never seen before. I don't know why you haven't been tuning into 18 Fridays, Ask the Expert, or anything meaningful Friday, but we're showing you all kinds of stuff today. So make it a great day. Boop. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Jeremiah's JMan Monero with JMan Speaks. We are doing this. Okay, live. Be quiet, bro. Doing it live. Look at this. Oh, shoot. Behind the scenes action. All right. So then if you want to mention anybody that might be in it, and again, if I can't shut myself up, I'm going to go with Letitia, right? Behind the scenes action that you have never seen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Jeremiah's JMan. It's looping back like crazy. Okay, but you have your other options. If I want to go music, again, I'm going to put the music in here and go, let's get down to business. That's one of my favorites. But because I'm talking, I'm not necessarily going to do that, right? But you have captions. I'm going to come in here, mention hashtag locations. All of these things will help you to boost your exposure. And then I have more than 10,000 subscribers. That's where you're going to get that swipe up feature where if I wanted to call to action and say, hey, will you go here? That's what I hit the web link. Or the workaround for you, if you don't have 10,000 yet, that should be your goal to get there. But if you don't have 10,000, what you can do is create a video and you can do a call to action to that video, to an IGTV video. So if you're saying you want to promote an event you're doing or an open house or whatever it is, then that IGTV video, that description can have a link, or you can do the old link in bio trick. The link in bio trick, you're going to want to, here, I'll stop sharing. The link in bio trick, you're going to want to make sure you have either a link tree, a solo.to. There's a lot of other options out there, but that's valuable real estate. If that's the only place where they can click and all you have is your website, you're not using it effectively. You want to make sure that you are, come back over here. You want to make sure that you have other things in there. So that when you promote something, you have a call to action. You're driving them to the link tree, driving them to the bio, and they have a place to click through. We would love to think that people were so happy that they would copy and paste the information from the description in your post, but that's not going to happen. Okay? So, do we have any other questions yet so far? Let me look through here. No technical questions. Untag. Yeah, nope, not on IG, just in tag like you. Perfect. Got you. All right. I guess the last thing I want to talk about, I'm not getting any questions, is the old Facebook. Because you know what pisses me off? Let me say this. Hold on. Surprise. You know what really makes me mad? When they change the thing, right? I figure out how I want to do stuff on Facebook after I go live. Like, I do the countdown so it notifies more people. But I don't want that countdown to stay on there because then the viewership is going to drop way down on the playback. So I go in after the fact and I will stop it. I stop it after the countdown. So I'm going to come in here. Let's say you got it. Now you have to visit Creator Studio. Freaking annoying. Oh, but before I go here, you guys remember this video? This video here, I uploaded it. Rather than sharing it from TikTok directly, I downloaded it from TikTok. I uploaded it to my Facebook page.
I have an apple here. The highest bidder's going home with this. I want all bids in the next 2 minutes, then we're closing it. Bidding starts at 5.
Okay, I'll pause that. Look at the reach. You guys can't see the reach because I didn't share my screen. Hold on. There we go. Look at the reach. 1.1 million people. This is on my page, okay? Reach 1.1 million people, 11,000 reactions, 1.2 thousand comments, 533,000 views. That's the power of uploading something rather than sharing it directly from its source. I'm still giving attribution, which means credit to the person who originally posted it. Okay, but just want to show you that because them numbers are real. So first thing we do is visit Creator Studio. Creator Studio is where they want you to do all of your creative stuff. I hate it because I used to like to go to the page individually, knock out what I want to do, but now they make you do this. You can look at your insights. My reach is up 8%, 4,869 people, 5 link clicks. I've had 100 comments in the last 7 days on things that I've posted, and my engagement is up 176%. So if you see some of this, the insights really will tell you how your content is performing. If you look at your insights and everything's dropping, you got to look at your content for the last 7 days and go, shoot, missed the ball on that one. Maybe we shouldn't, right? I always say create pillars of content, 4 pillars. So if it's seller tips, buyer tips, points of interest, favorite places in your town, right? There's 4 pillars. You do that steady for 90 days, and then you go back and look and say, damn, nobody likes this. Maybe I'm going to cut it and try a new pillar of content. And then it'll also tell you on your recent posts how are things, how they're doing. But I also want to go to, they changed this up to pre-published. You can actually pre-publish a video, which I haven't messed with yet. It's kind of like a way to test content. Like if you have 2 different videos you want to make, just doesn't, I can't even wrap my head around it right now. But let me come into the videos, and I'm going to go into live videos. That one's live right now. I'm going to go into Good Morning Real Estate because I don't think I trimmed that one. Go in here. If you wanted to download, this is where you would also download it as well, right? So I'm going to get Edit Post. The live producer, the producer is live, waiting for the internet. Oh, yeah.
Yippee!
Add a little sound effect, breaks up the monotony. So look, I can view post, I can trim the video, or I can create a clip. This is where you can take macro, long form stuff and chunk it out, right? If you do a live stream with somebody and you're like, damn, that live stream was kind of boring, right? Not every live stream I do, I'm not going to get off and go, yeah, son, I hit that out the park, right? Sometimes I get off and I go, it was subpar, but maybe there's a good minute. There's a minute where you're laughing. You guys are vibing, right? We have so many of those good little clips with Carrie and Marky and myself on Good Morning Real Estate. So you can go in and say, I create a clip, right? And I find the section that I like this, and make it smaller. It's a clip for a reason, right? Go like that. And then you're going to want to title it. Real Estate Streets. I'm not listening to it, so I'm not really making a clip. I mean, I'm going to create it just so you guys can see how that works. Boom, I created a clip. Okay, and then you have a clip library, and these will also post to your account. So people, rather than watching the whole long form, it's like, this is in college, I'm not going to read the whole book. Where's the crib notes? Where are they at? Where's the shortened version? Where's the Reader's Digest version of this? And, you could do that by breaking it up into little clips. Okay, now let me go back. Why did my screen cut off? I don't like this. Okay. Go back over here. And I hit save. Go back to the Creator Studio. Okay. I'm going to edit the post again. And we're at the mercy of the internet. Once again, here, I'll play this one.
You won!
You won because you're here today. This time I'm going to trim the video. So that the countdown you saw today, which I used there as well, I downloaded an hour worth of motivational quotes. So you could, on YouTube, which then I can use as like a countdown video that I play until I'm ready to go live. So you could do just Google stuff on YouTube. Search it up on YouTube and find like real estate motivation. I bet you'll find something. Let's see. I am going to actually trim this. So I want to make sure that it's correct. Any questions while I'm messing around? Okay, let's see what we got. Check the license type on your YouTube. Yeah, I guess. I use a program called 4K Video Downloader. I can download videos from anybody, but I would never say that online because that might be a violation of something. But make sure it's Creative Commons with attribution. If you're ever in doubt, reach out to the creator and say, hey, is it okay if I use this video in a live stream that I'm doing? Okay. Did I create my countdown in Canva? No, I did not. I created it's in the program that I use. But that's a good point. You could create the countdown in Canva. Carrie is the Canva master of the universe, Carrie Jo Little. So I'm sure she's probably done something on that. She's way better at it than I am. But the program that I use has a countdown built in. But there are on-screen timers. Again, you could probably play them from YouTube for free. It'll be like a 5-minute countdown timer. And just you play that video until you're ready to go without getting too fancy about it. All right, let me come back to the single overlay. That's really what I wanted to cover, major changes. Any questions about thumbnails, I guess would be the last thing. Your thumbnails are probably one of the most important things. I might do this video. It took me 42 minutes. I think we're going now. 42 minutes to create. It'll probably take me at least 30 minutes to do the thumbnail for it because it's, in my opinion, it is that important, right? If you're looking at a page's videos, and if I went to my YouTube page, hold on. Again, if you go to youtube.com/JMan Speaks, you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying I'm the best, but they're better than what would have been there had I not done something about it. Do one. That's a great question. So, Jeffrey's question: how do you decide on a thumbnail? Did I add it to the broadcast? I'm going to share my screen again. Do 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 do. All right, so you could see this is what we just uploaded yesterday, but you can see these are all thumbnails I created. I didn't do one for Good Morning Real Estate. I did one for, you got to think of your thumbnail is like your curb appeal, right? If the house looks like crap from the street, it doesn't matter if it's dynamite inside. Nobody's going to show it, right? Well, in digital age, maybe they will, and in this kind of a market. But still, your videos, it's the same way. I thought I changed. Oh, this was a clip that I did. YouTube also has clips available. But you see how, like, these are all, you want it to be able to, like, man, okay, I want to click through. But also in your competition, if somebody does a Google search and finds your video, how will it compare to other videos that are out there? I use a program called Thumbnail Blaster. You can use Canva. Let me show you quickly. But a lot of it, it has members login. They have templates built in, but a lot of it's just like a creative process. Like, how do you decide on the flyer you're going to do or whatever? It's personal preference. I would say if you have somebody you can partner up with and ask their opinion. I do ask my son quite often, my 10-year-old son, because he spends so many hours on YouTube. I'm like, bro, what do you think about this? And he's like, I don't know, Dad. You got to change this color or make this bigger, or if this ever freaking gets going, I'll show you on Canva too. Because Canva also has thumbnails, but one thing I can't do there that I like with the Thumbnail Blaster is that all of my designs, what if I go YouTube thumbnail? That's the dimensions already, 1280 by 720. And these are already ones that they, like, these are templates. So I could come in here and go, all right, this one's decent. Building the future workspace. I'm going to go, okay, I don't like this, dude. It looks funny to me. And I'm going to change it to futuristic future city. I don't know why. Oh, look at that. Boom. Take that, make it the background. And I might say off workspaces of the future. Right? Dude, is that better? Damn, sometimes I'm so good on the fly, I feel like. But workspace of the future. I might take that. I might center it here like this. And then if I want to add that there, I want that there. Or maybe have some other guy cut out over here. Let me see my uploads, what I got. Here. Take this, put it in there. Effects. Background eraser. Ding, 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 ding. Where am I? Okay, there I am. I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to flip that. Flip it this way. Now I'm pointing that way. Right? I'm just doing this for fun. You get the idea. This is how my process usually goes. But on the Thumbnail Blaster, that's still loading. I got a lot of things going on. I got Zoom going on. I got my other program, and I got the live stream. But you get the idea. That's thumbnails. I'm going to come back over here. I don't want to drag this on anymore. Let me see what other questions we might have. Yes, I have a 10-year-old, and they definitely have the eye. And they will tell you what works and what doesn't. Yeah, Letitia, you got it, girl. And plus, they're spending way more time on YouTube than we are. So they're digesting all of this information visually. They know what when they search up something on YouTube. My 5-year-old knows what search up on YouTube is. He knows that if he searches a certain person, he gets all of their videos, and he picks the videos based on what they look like on the image because he can't quite read yet. Okay? So you want to make it, will a 5-year-old click on this if they were looking for video tips or something, right? Kind of a great way. So that's it. I don't see any more questions. Thank you for spending time with me. Yeah, thumbnail. Are you using the thumbnail blaster, Esther? It's a one-time purchase. I like it. I actually purchased the license for it, which means I can make thumbnails for other people. You can actually upload your YouTube channel to it, and it will publish right to your YouTube. Like, it'll pull the video from YouTube. You make the thumbnail. It will then publish it right to so you don't have to separately download it and Thumbnail Blaster, upload it into your YouTube channel. Might be a little bit more advanced, but that's the next step for you. If some of you are already doing video, you got to start working on your thumbnails, start working on your descriptions, make sure your meta tags, all the tags that go along with it. Maybe that'll be next week, optimizing YouTube SEO, and I'll have a couple experts on with me. All right, that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to give you a round of applause. And let's see, what song I'm going to play out of here. This song is called Beast Mode, one of my favorites.
Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them.
JMan speaks.
Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees.